What is up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in. Always appreciated. Sorry it's coming on late. Sometimes, life just likes to smack you in the face, kick you in the groin, and that's just what happens, unfortunately. But I said I was gonna come out tonight and do a little stream. We're gonna talk some football, some fantasy football. I promise I'll pick the mood up eventually. But yeah, life happens sometimes, but you gotta find a way to think yourself through it. Then make the best of whatever shitty situation might be. Um, Thank you for tuning in, everybody. Like I said, we're gonna talk some football today, and I appreciate you coming to the channel, checking out everything, seeing what's up. Uh, I do. If you don't follow the channel already, give it a little follow. If you are so inclined, you want to subscribe. I'm working on getting more emotes added to the channel, and we'll really have a pimping good time. But for now, welcome. Thanks everybody for tuning in as always. And yeah, we got live here. Let me pull up some stuff on my phone and get this on and popping. So now, like I said, we're talking fantasy football today. Feel free to jump in the chat, throw out your opinions. You got something to help me with my decisions that I gotta make? Because today I'm going into my sleeper dynasty, and our draft is this Friday, so 48 hours from now, maybe a little less because of the time it'll be on. And it's gonna be a rookie draft, so it's only gonna be 5 rounds, and we're just drafting from rookies to the league this year, and it should be good. Sorry, like I said, I'm gonna work up the enthusiasm as we get going. Life, man, fucking blows sometimes, but we're getting there. As always, like I said before, thank you for tuning in. So I'm gonna pull up in the background here my sleeper.com fantasy app. Now, I personally really like Sleeper. It's really cool, really interactive. You get a lot of cool info going with it. I really do like it. It's a great, I don't want to say alternative to using like Yahoo for fantasy. Excuse me. But it's really up there with Yahoo. Yahoo's kind of like one of those standards in the industry. You know, everyone goes to Yahoo, but similarly, everyone also goes to like DraftKings. ESPN, I can't stand their app. I cannot stand playing fantasy on ESPN. Garbage, in my opinion. The NFL app is not half bad. It just kind of laggy. And then I guess you got FanDuel also. There's a whole bunch of other things, but right now we're in Sleeper. We're gonna be looking at my dynasty team. I finished in like, I think like 8th out of 16 last year, so it wasn't a great finish. So I'm like smack dab in the middle of the draft this year. Could be better, could be worse. I don't know. It's a rookie draft, so I really don't know what that like average draft position's gonna be for these guys, these rookies. I don't know what's really gonna fall to me when it comes to my turn, and same as when it comes back to me, what is even gonna be available. There's 16 teams. I mean, if you're doing like a 10-team rookie draft, yeah, you might get some decent picks out of it, but with 16 teams, it's gonna be real slim. So I've been trying to keep my ear to the sounds of fantasy with these rookie guys and who are good prospects, because now also this sleeper dynasty is an IDP league. IDP is an individual defensive player. if you don't know. It breaks out that crappy just team defense where it's like, oh, this is a good defense. Hopefully they'll get me a touchdown this week. IDP, you pull up your players. We're pulling up 2 linebackers each week. Got 2 defensive linemen. You also got 2 defensive backs, which could be a safety or a cornerback. And then you got a couple flex positions, just like offensive for normal fantasy football. So it's really in depth. Now, let me bring down this window a little so you guys can see my screen. Almost to the right spot. A little bit more, a little more. Come on, I can do it. I can do it. Oh, too much. Okay, I can't do it. We're going to keep trying, though. One more click. One more, that's it. Come on. Oh, too many. Bam, I can't center it. I suck. What's going on here? Hold on, folks. We're gonna get this. I'm determined. It's close enough. Let's go. All right. So I'm probably gonna end up moving this screen around anyway, as I don't know what the screen's really gonna show for you guys watching. But let's get to it. So yeah, one day won't matter who you draft. Me and another easy sleeper title incoming. Folks just tuning in. This guy he's a crazy person. I don't know who he's talking about. I don't know. Last year don't mean anything now. You're going to the bottom of the list. So he's also this guy, Justin Ironside. He's in the league as well. Pains me to say that he is the reigning champion for the Sleeper League. Last year was the inaugural year, first year it happened, and he won. Let's clap it up for him, give it to him before the season starts, and then we could care less. But hey, what's up, Justin Ironside? How you doing, dude? Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you. If you have Amazon Prime, there is a way that you can link up Prime on Twitch for like gaming or whatever. You get like free games and stuff, and you could actually sub to the channel for free, and you get for 30-day span, and you get access to all the emotes that I'm getting made up and everything. It's pretty cool, and it doesn't cost you anything, to my knowledge. If you get a bill in the mail, don't come looking at me. But no, from what I hear, it's totally free as long as you have Amazon Prime. Otherwise, I think it's like $14.99. I don't want to say a month, but that could be it. But I think that's like the regular Amazon prices. So it's like basically you're buying Amazon Prime for a month, which I think is dumb. I mean, if you're going to pay that much money for a month, just get the yearly subscription. I have it recurring on my card because everyone buys things off Amazon. Everyone wants it next day. But I digress. Back to football. So yeah, one day, 21 hours, 40 minutes, and 30 seconds until the draft kicks off. So let's check in on my team. All right, here we go. So I'm right now 3 players over. Can we see that? I don't know if you guys could read that. Hey, Justin, tell me if you could read that right there where my mouse is. You got 3 players over the roster limit. I mean, I see it perfectly fine. It's on the computer screen in my face. But as I'm looking at this stream, it looks a little hard to see. Excuse me. Okay, no. I checked in on my iPad. It is visible, but it is tiny. I don't really know how I would I'd have to full screen somehow to pull that up. But I could talk you guys through it here. Hopefully, let's see. Can you read what this guy here says? Let me know. This guy right here. I know you know who it is, but can you read who it is? Oh, would you look at that? I had Sony Michel on this team too. Wow, that sucks for me. Changed up the What's up, Shinobi? What do you mean I changed up the channel name? Some average QB. I think every person in the league would disagree with you on account of, what was he ranked, like number 40, 41 out of the top 100 players in the NFL, decided by players in the NFL. So yeah, I don't know how average he is. Let's pause you right there. Mind you, if you check out that NFL's top 100 list, I think if there's not one, at least one Chargers player in every 10 tiers of the top 100 players, give or take a couple. Just saying. Just gonna throw it out there. Hold on. Is this necessary right now? Is this necessary? Oh yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yep. That's it. Take it all in. Take it all in, baby. Yeah. Let's turn that backward. Looks awesome. Oh yeah. I flip-flopped the capital letters so that way it kind of makes it easy instead of people coming out and guessing on my name and Snaggy. It's just kind of reads a little bit better, I'm hoping. Yeah, thank you. It is a nice hat. It's much better than one of those hats with like this like horseshoe kind of thing on it. Yeah. Hey, if they were still in San Diego, I would say go San Diego. Don't make me pull out the t-shirt that says San Diego Chargers, because it exists. I've been a fan that long, so don't come at me. Pump your brakes, sir. But yeah, so now let's dive through this roster, see what we got and what I can afford to like just get rid of and making space for this rookie draft. Now, real quick, I'm going to shoot down the list to my IR spots. So I think herein lies a big problem. So I have 3 IR spots already filled up with, who's this guy? Josey Jewell. He's got 4 years experience in the league. He's a linebacker for the Broncos. 5 months ago, Backwoods agreed to 2-year, $11 million contract with the Broncos. You guys can't see that, it's behind my screen, but I'm reading it out to you. And he totaled 113 tackles, 4 pass deflections, 2 sacks during the 2020 campaign. But he only played 2 games in 2021 before he was sidelined for the rest of the season, torn pectoral. He's only 27 years old, and he's working out healthy by the end of last season, so he should be good to go for this year. I don't know if you could see that here, but you have to unload Zeke. I truly believe he's washed, similar to how Todd Gurley vanished. I'm getting those vibes with Zeke. I'm feeling the opposite vibes with Zeke, to be honest with you. I don't want to say like opposite, like I think Zeke is gonna like come back to 2018 Ezekiel Elliott, but I do think he's got one strong year left in him, and kind of next year moving on, it's kind of just going out to pasture kind of thing. Zeke's still got a little push in those legs, and from the fact that I hear they're going to be putting Tony Pollard out a lot towards as a receiver, that's really going to like just put Zeke smack dab in the middle for that workload. And Zeke does catch passes, so we'll see what goes on with that. But yeah, back to like trying to figure out my damn dynasty roster. So I don't want to call this just my starting lineup because I do have some other guys, but we got Justin Herbert at QB, Ezekiel Elliott running back, Sony Michel. I'm not gonna drop him off the dynasty, but I'm not gonna start him. What's going on in Miami? What is going? How high up is Ed Oliver? What do you mean? How high up is Ed Oliver? Like how many years? Ed Oliver's only 3 years in the league. Um, Last year he was solid for me. It says the latest news: Ed Oliver ready for a big fourth year. Stood out in training camp practices while frequently putting pressure on the quarterback in practice plays. Alec White of the Bills official site reports. Everyone's always the best shape they've ever been in during camp. I mean, that's a given. But he's been decent in his 3 years as a pro, but he's only shown glimpses of his number 9 overall pedigree. That could change in year 4 as he finished 21 season strong. He's not getting cut off the roster. I can promise you that. But, so let's keep getting through this list. Sony Michel, you know what? Let's move him. Juggernaut Javon. Oh, I can't move him because I got people in the IR. Yeah, so I got to get rid of 3 people. So that way I can take my guys out of the IR spots, and then I can start editing my lineup. So we got to figure out who to get rid of. So help me out here, people. I need some help here. The rest of my dynasties looking. So we got Justin Herbert, Zeke, Sony Michel. He's going into the bench for now. Devontae Smith, he should be in nicely. Cortland Sutton, Mark Andrews, Juggernaut Javonte Williams. I got to change his nickname to Juggernaut. I'm the Juggernaut, bitch. AJ Green getting all old, but DeAndre Hopkins is going to be suspended for 6 games. So AJ Green's going to be Kyler Murray's best friend. Ed Oliver and Harold Landry. See, now here Harold Landry's labeled as a linebacker, but during the season he was dual eligible for linebacker / defensive lineman. So it shows it right here too. So that's a plus right there. So I could slot him in whichever one I'm weak in during the week. And yeah. So we got, what else we got here? We got Fred Warner. He's not going nowhere. We got Patrick Queen. He ain't going nowhere. Patrick Queen lit it up last year, I think. Pretty positive. Wow, why am I not pulling it up here? Here we go. Patrick Queen. Solid second season. Yeah, he had 98 total tackles, 2 sacks, 1 fumble recovery. If we pull up his second season, at the beginning he was crushing it. For a defensive guy, I mean, he's a linebacker, so yeah. Keep my boy Fred in there. Yeah, 49ers. Fred Warner's a monster. But 21.5 points, 15.5, 12.5, 7.5, 14. Then he simmered down. And then towards the end of the season, he was picking it back up. Against Cleveland, 23. 27 against Green Bay. Like, he had 13 tackles in the Green Bay game. So he's a decent tackle machine. And, yeah, he's good. My man, DJ, Derwin James. Let's go. DJ ripping it. He ain't going nowhere. Zach Cunningham, he'll stay. So now we're starting to get to it. Tracy Walker. So now Tracy Walker did pretty damn good at the end of the season. 13 tackles, 12 tackles, 3 tackles, but he was coming out of an injury. 11. Tracy Walker is going to be a staple in that flex position for sure. So, all right, now we've hit the bench, and now is where I need the help at figuring who stays and who goes. I don't know if my wife's watching the stream or not. She might just be laughing at me. It's a good chance she's laughing at me. Yo, Justin Ironside, tell your cousin to calm the hell down in there. Alright, so let's hit the bench. We got Tyler Huntley. I can't drop him right now. If you see on the side, oh, you don't because my screen's there. The guy who has Lamar Jackson was talking about trading Lamar Jackson today. He also has a couple quarterbacks on his bench, so it's unnecessary that he has them. That's why he's trying to shop out Lamar. He's got a few other Ravens on his squad too, to be honest. So he's really Ravens heavy. So I'm trying to shop him Tyler Huntley. We'll see if it works. I mean, he's Lamar Jackson Jr. I don't want to just drop him. If I don't want to say when, but if Lamar gets hurt, Huntley's coming in and he's going to be Lamar Jr. again. I don't want to drop that asset because my other quarterbacks that I have, picked up Kyle Trask and I just let him sit in a taxi squad last year because he was a rookie, so you don't have to have them on your technical roster. In hopes Tom Brady would retire. Guess what? I was fucking right. Tom Brady retired. And then who was it? Was it Goff right to the trash? See, that's my thing. I can't drop Jared Goffel because God forbid, knock on wood, something happens to Jay Herb. I wouldn't have another quarterback to play because Tyler Huntley's a backup and Kyle Trask are backups. You agree with Justin? Well, you both are stupid. No, I'm just kidding. I'm down. I'm not being nasty to you guys. Not yet. But if something happens to Justin Herbert, I have no other quarterback to play. I cannot get rid of Jared Goffel. And from what they say, it's shaping up to be a pretty decent year for him. So I can't get rid of him. You'll give me Deshaun Watson for a very fair price. Yeah. I'm good on that. I don't want that problem. I don't want those suspensions. I don't want that hate. I don't want any of that. And I definitely don't want to decide on a weekly basis, am I going to play Justin Herbert or Deshaun Watson? That is a stupid decision. So Tony Pollard, I got to keep Tony Pollard. You're not getting rid of him, especially since I have Zeke, so that's my straight up handcuff. Now here's a question for you, Justin Ironside. What do I do with this guy? What's the buzz coming out of Colts camp? Excuse me. I got to know. Is he the handcuff? Hell yeah, Justin Herbert's awesome. Is he the handcuff to Jonathan Taylor? Tell me. Because at the moment in my mind, Tyson Williams is on the cut. He's on the chopping block. 100% on the chopping block. I just need to know if I'm making that right decision. Is he currently the handcuff? I mean, it's a Naheem Hines, right? The experience and everything. Where's Tyson Williams on that depth chart? He's fighting with Phillip Lindsay's in your camp? Jesus. I'm sorry. It's like I would take Phillip Lindsay. We need someone strong to come in and back up Eckler. He's been pleading the team for it for a year now. So hopefully one of these guys in camp steps up. Hines will work a lot in the slot. Yeah, that's what they say about Tony Pollard too. But yeah, so Tyson Williams is definitely on the chopping block for now. Jermar Jefferson. I had high hopes for him last year as a rookie. And obviously Jamal Williams is the backup to DeAndre Swift. And Jermar Jefferson, what was it? Week 8 against Philly, he scored a touchdown. But he had 2 rushing attempts for 6 yards. And he had 4 targets with 4 catches, so that's a good sign. A running back that could catch the ball is a positive sign for 23 yards. So that's not bad. And then the next week, they kept him out of the passing game, but they gave him, 3 carries for, and he made 41 yards out of it and a touchdown. He was averaging 13.67. So I want to know what the hell happened there. I mean, he only played 4% of the snaps after he just played 18% of the snaps. What gives? He scored a touchdown too. And then, so he played 10% of snaps, didn't get the ball in week 12. 11% of snaps, but he saw the ball 5 times for 18 yards, an average of 3.6. I could understand why they didn't go to him much. He wasn't averaging much. Just under 5 yards per carry is this kid's averaging. That's not bad though for a rookie. It really isn't. But I don't know if he's someone I want to just straight drop. I don't know. Terrace Marshall, why is he questionable? Limited at practice a day ago? Hold the phone. What? Yo, this kid is a beast. I know he's got Baker Mayfield as his quarterback now, but it's better than it was with Sam Darnold. And this kid's a pretty big body, 6'2", 200 pounds. It's funny he's coming out of LSU, so got that rivalry with Baker. But, I mean, they're on a team now. It's NFL. This ain't college anymore. Hamstring. Limited Tuesday hamstring, Monday full participant. Might be a sign he's trying to come back from a hamstring strain too soon. I don't like to hear that. But could also just be the team being cautious. Either way, the missed time has prevented Marshall from making his case for a top 3 spot, though he's far from the only Carolina wideout that's been banged up this summer. Rashard Higgins, who I'm pretty sure has a rapport with Baker from Cleveland, has been healthy. He's arguably Marshall's biggest competition for playing time as a third receiver. I'm not dropping Terrace Marshall. He's a beast. Regardless of being injured, he ain't going nowhere. Same thing with Kadarius Toney. The Giants are going to throw that ball. Their head coach is Brian Daboll, the former offensive coordinator for the Buffalo Bills. What did the Buffalo Bills do last year? They threw the fucking football everywhere. The Giants are going to throw the football everywhere. And yeah, I mean, if it was not for the injuries, Kadarius Toney has a great year, but he's injured, just like Kenny Golladay, who I have in my other Dynasty League. So I have a tie to the Giants offense in each league, and I'm not all that happy about it. But just for the fact that I know they're going to be throwing that ball, I don't mind, because you can't get points without opportunity. If you have opportunity, you will get points. I agree. Galladay's bum. He got his money. He sold that shit. He got his money. And now the Giants organization is stuck with it until they could offload him somewhere or something. It was the old regime. They made the mistake. Probably just like they made the mistake of drafting Daniel Jones when they did. But whatever. So yeah, Kadarius Toney, he's sticking around. Here's one. Nick Westbrook-Akine brought in 1 of 2 targets for 21 yards. Westbrook-Akine logged the first target of the game and made good use of it, recording his 21-yard gain in connection with rookie quarterback Malik Willis. It's a good sign. 20-year-old saw a boost in production in 2021. I have a feeling as I'm going down this offensive list, we're going to be cutting defensive players. Just saying. But, I mean, he's in the wide receiver 3 range. He's deep on their depth chart. You got Robert Woods out there, Treylon Burks, and then him. So, it's interesting. I'd keep him. Titans don't have many. Yeah. I don't see myself getting rid of really any offensive weapons, per se, until we get down to this point. Now I'm starting to think. My guy, Jalen Guyton. From what I hear, see, this is tough now because I'm over here giving fantasy advice to the enemy. The enemy is in this. But from what I hear, Josh Palmer is taking over that role from Jalen Guyton. So depth chart's looking Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Josh Palmer. Jalen Guyton might be 1 foot out the door, not on his own want. But I don't know about just dropping him just yet. I'd have to make sure I pick up. Yeah, he'll sit in the drop list, but he's not at that 100% like gonna drop like Tyson Williams is. Mini baby cokes. Now, I ain't getting rid of Chicken Parm. Donald Parham. This kid is a talent. I don't know why his picture's not pulling up. Maybe I could reload that. Nope, I can't. Donald Parham ain't going out the list. They got Gerald Everett in Los Angeles now, so he's going to be the main tight end. But Donald Parham will be mixed in there, and he is young and going to grow. And I mean, he more or less played 50% of the snaps last year. He's in the high 40s. And then it kind of dwindled, and then he got hurt. So obviously that was it. That was a scary injury. Oh my God. Yeah, I know. Everett's always in the way. So yeah, Donald Parham ain't moving. He's staying on the squad. Now we're getting... This is where we will start to find some drop candidates. And no, it's not going to be Max Crosby. And if you want to trade, that price went up, my guy. So Javon Hargrave, he's dealing with a sprained toe from just about 2 weeks ago, they say. I mean, he's number 7 at defense in the defensive tackle position. He ain't going nowhere. Who's up on your offense so far? On the offense so far, possible drop candidates are Tyson Williams. And remind you, I got to drop 3 overall. Yeah, fuck Philly, but keep him. You got that right. So Tyson Williams is on the chopping block. Potentially Jalen Guyton is on the chopping block. And that's the offensive guys that are on the chopping block. Now we're moving into the deep dives on defensive players. Things a lot of people don't know except for the top names because no one plays IDP like that. It's not that popular. It's just easier to just go for a defense. Yeah, Max Crosby, he's no good. Yeah, okay. Problem is, if I drop Max Crosby, you'll never be able to pick him up because you got 15 people picking ahead of you. Unless you want to use your first round pick on Max Crosby and miss out on offensive rookie talent. But yeah, that's not going to happen because I'm not dropping Max Crosby. So here's one. Ernest Jones. I had him in and out of the taxi squad last year and then in the IR spot. So he didn't get much play. But when he did, in week 8, it was against Houston, but he put up 9 tackles then. So he was with 50% of the snap share. Who the hell is Ernest Jones? He's a Rams defensive, is a linebacker. He had a high ankle sprain in late December. But yeah. So, but he was recording tackles. He was a rookie. I don't necessarily want to get rid of this kid just yet. He's not on the chopping block at the moment. Let's keep it moving. Denzel Perriman. Denzel Perriman's getting old, but he's a fucking tackle machine. Like, let's look at this. He was linebacker number 10 on the year. So, pause here. Let's go back up to my team. This is what I'm saying. Like, my team should have been so much better than where I landed. Harold Landry, I played him in defensive line all year. But he's number 21 linebacker, right? Fred Warner, 18. Patrick Queen was 43, but I think he was like a mid-season. No, I don't even know if, but yeah, anyway. These guys are in the lineup because towards the end of the season, other players were injured. So that's 2 top 20 guys, right? And then we got Perriman, who was in there all year round, top 10. Like, I had strong guys in a lot of these positions. But yeah, Denzel Perriman, he was number 10 overall last year. Look at these tackles. Literally, 1, 2. And then the last games of the season when he was like coming out of being injured, every other week, double-digit tackles, putting up 22 and a half, 23, 28, 26, 27 and a half, 26, 17, 22 and a half, 22, 32 and a half, 1250, 2750. Like, yo, come on. Like, that's why he was number 10 in the rankings on the year. I can't let him go. No chance. No chance in hell can I let him go. Let's go back to 2018. Good times when Denzel Perriman was a Charger. We didn't win anything, but he is a former Charger. He is a monster. Landon Roberts. I think I picked him up mid-season or something. Number 60, a linebacker. I don't know. He didn't play too much snaps and is okay. So Landon Roberts is definitely on the chopping block, for sure. Anyone want to argue me out of that decision? To the trash. Yeah, that's how I felt. I mean, he's a linebacker who's averaging about 5 tackles a game, and he only got one forced fumble. Tell me how he had a forced fumble, an interception, and a touchdown against the Raiders. Good. Fuck the Raiders. So yeah, Landon Roberts on the chopping block. Here's a guy I don't want to get rid of, but I kind of might have to. I mean, he's aged up there. He's Eric Harris, 32 years old. This guy, full participant at camp. He had a pectoral injury. Finished last season on the IR after needing surgery to repair a torn pectoral. 32-year-old was limited during mandatory minicamp, but now he's fully recovered. Should provide solid depth to the Falcons secondary. There's a guy who could possibly just be in the trash. I mean, he got injured out there week 14. But other than that, he's averaging a decent amount. He's like 11, 13, 14. Eric Harris straight to the garbage, overrated. Yeah, I could see that. So this is why I'm saying I'm most likely getting rid of defensive players over the offensive guys, because it's a lot easier to get rid of one of these defensive guys than it is to get rid of, say, like Jalen Guyton, because we don't know for sure yet if Donald. Wow, I'm just blanked on name. Josh Palmer is taking over Jalen Guyton's spot. So I could get rid of these defensive backs that are old rather than Jalen Guyton, who could still take that spot on offense. Greg Newsome. He was a rookie last year. He mostly sat in my taxi squad because he wasn't really playing too much and wasn't putting up any points anyway, so I hung on to him. That's what I'm thinking, keeping Greg Newsome. I mean, he's a rookie, so it's a lot easier to keep a guy who was just learning than a veteran who's 6 years in. He should get work, yeah. So apparently he tweaked his hamstring last week. Issue appears minor. Was a standout at training camp and looks more confident heading into year 2. Yeah, I wasn't planning on cutting him regardless. Now, here we go. Anthony Brown. I don't know if I want to keep him with Dallas. I mean, Dallas defense is pretty solid. And actually, no, I don't know what I'm talking about then. He was number 5 overall last year. I'm thinking of someone else then. Yeah, no, I'm thinking of someone else on the Cowboys. He'd put up numbers. Look at that. He is not getting many tackles, but he was putting up numbers with them. It must have been like tackles for loss or something, because he's only got 5 tackles against the Vikings in week 8, but he put up 13.5 points, whereas he had 3 tackles in week 9 against Denver and had 5.5 points. So that's a point a tackle. So he must be getting a lot of tackle for losses or something in there that is just not showing on the stat board. Say Anthony Brown ain't going nowhere. Jaron Curse. Okay, 16 days ago, doesn't practice, back injury. I gotta keep Jaron Curse. Jaron Curse ain't going nowhere. Like, hell no. So I got a pair of Cowboys defensive backs. Why? It's all about the fantasy points. Trash? I don't know about trash. I mean, the number 9 DB on the year doesn't sound like trash from last year. Yeah, I thought so. But we'll see how it goes. I mean, yeah, sacks and picks. So, yeah. Moving on. Here we go. Teron Johnson. He's got soreness. I don't really want to get rid of Teron Johnson, but, I mean, he was number 11 overall. I don't see him as part of the drop squad. Yeah, yeah, he was decent, but, yeah, I'm gonna be keeping him. He was playing a lot of snaps for the team last year. He's not, yeah, he's a keeper. Now the injured reserve slots. Now, I don't necessarily have to get people off my roster to keep these guys from the injured reserve slot. I could just drop them and be done with it. But I promise you, I'm not getting rid of Jewel. That's for sure. He's sticking around. He's ranked terribly right now because he was injured all of last year. But when he was in, for the first game of the season, 61% snap share, 4 tackles and a forced fumble, and then he got injured, and so he didn't play the rest of the season. If we're going back to 2020, he was playing up in the probably average around 70% of the snaps, and he's averaging double-digit points every week. Jewel's definitely a keeper, so I got to move people out for him. Here's a big question now. Quintez Cephus. I know, Sleeper's a sick app for fantasy. They put a lot of info into it. It looks cool, and it's really user-friendly. Except for when you gotta get rid of those random notifications that, like, I had trouble with last year. I couldn't find it. I had to, like, dig through settings, and then I found the one little section that had a notification, and then I was able to clear it out. I was like, you suck. But now, Quintez Cephus. What do we do with this guy? Like, Amon-Ra St. Brown's emergence, and Cephus was the guy. You've heard mostly good things about it. Yes, Sleeper's a great app. But 3 days ago, Cephus remained sidelined. Yeah, you guys can't see that. Did not play in Saturday's preseason. Okay. Cephus went down with an unspecified leg injury. Yeah, I think I want to give him another year myself. During the start of camp, it doesn't sound like he's made it back to the field yet. This extended delay has been bad news for his odds of sticking around in suddenly crowded Detroit receiver room. Yeah, that's my problem. Like, I'm gonna hang on to him just in case, but their receiving room is so jam-packed now. What do they got? They've got Amon-Ra St. Brown. I do believe, does it say it here? Josh Reynolds. So he's right now. Cephus is fighting with Josh Reynolds for the number 3 role, because Jameson Williams is still trying to come back to full health. I believe he tore an ACL in college towards the end, at the end of the year. And they also didn't the Lions just trade or pick up DJ Chark? That's another guy who's gonna command the ball. There's only one ball on the field, so I'm gonna keep. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Here, right here. You scroll down on the list. It shows you literally. Oh, let me move my thing real quick. No, wrong thing to move. Boom. Can you see the depth chart there? It shows you who's in line for what position, or what spots in what position. So right now they got Amon-Ra, wide receiver 1, DJ Chark, wide receiver 2, Quintez Cephas under him, Josh Reynolds, wide receiver 3. So, yeah. Oh, I did it again. Let's move that back. Cool. So yeah, I'm going to hang on to Cephas just in case. Then we got Tutu Atwell. He rode a taxi squad all year last year for me. He was a rookie. Obviously, he did not play much for the Rams. Looks like he was on the return team for a little stint, and that was it. Never played. 4 days ago, didn't suit up. So now, but that's another thing in LA. Cooper Kupp, Allen Robinson, Van Jefferson, what else? Ben Skowronek, Lance McCutcheon, who apparently can catch touchdown passes. I don't know. But yeah, like, I don't want to get rid of Tutu. So all 3 of my IR guys, I don't want to get rid of. So really, I have no one in the taxi squad anymore because everyone aged out of it. They're no longer rookies. So really, it's looking like Eric Harris is gone. Elandon Roberts is gone. And who else is gone? It's got to be Jalen Guyton, right? Because do I hang on to Jamar Jefferson, right? I don't know. Starter Craig Reynolds and Justin Jackson. Oh, Justin Jackson's in Detroit now. Interesting. These guys plus Igwebuke. I'm not going to get that right. Should get more opportunities to prove their worth in the preseason finale next Sunday. But Jefferson seems to be headed in the wrong direction in advance of roster cuts. So now, I wouldn't want to drop a guy who's going to get cut anyway. But that could get him to go into a better situation. You know what I'm saying? So, if he doesn't make the Lions depth chart, maybe a team that needs a guy to fill in picks him up and he actually has a role for himself carved out. I don't know. But so far, I'd say what? We can agree on Eric Harris is gone. So should I just start dropping these 2 guys as I'm calling them out and just make the space? I truly hope it's only the 3 guys I gotta get rid of. I'm pretty sure it is. It's gonna be rough making roster cuts after the draft though, because I already kind of know who's next up on my chopping block, but it's tough decisions. So let's go back up to the top here. Yeah, everyone in starting positions right now is pretty much staying. Let's see who's it. Tracy Walker's staying. Zach Cunningham, linebacker, staying. Absolutely staying. That guy's a monster. Oh, Cameron Curl. We didn't go into Cameron Curl. Not bad last year. Second year in the league. And he's going to have to get a lot of tackles this coming year, especially with he did good. He looks like it was a guy that they threw at, but I'm okay with teams throwing at my defensive backs because that means I'll get tackles. If you have a Jalen Ramsey is a shutdown corner. I mean, granted, they play him a little differently now. Landon Roberts, Eric Roberts, and Guyton. Yeah, it's probably the 3 I'm going to go with right now. I don't want to drop Guyton, but I'm okay with dropping Guyton. He's like number 4 on the depth chart. But yeah, you don't want to get... Well, I'm not saying you don't want to because Jalen Ramsey's a top tier defensive back. But in terms of fantasy, they don't throw it near him because they know they can't. So he doesn't put up as many points as other guys will because they don't throw it at him. So if you get a guy who isn't the best at defending the passes, but he can tackle, so they're going to throw it at that defensive back, there you go. Like, he's going to get you tackle after tackle. It's a point at least every time. Every now and then he'll get a pass defense. Maybe he'll catch an interception or run it back. Who knows? But that's cash money right there. A defensive back that gets thrown at. So, yeah. Looks like I got to keep these backups because next year Kyle Trask will be the QB there. And I'll be able to decide, do I drop Jared Goffel or do I drop Kyle Trask? Tyler Huntley, he's trade bait. Absolutely trade bait. And I'm not going to lie, I'm pretty sure when Herbert was on... let's see, actually. Last year, he played in week 7 and 11. Week 7, he only put up 1.5 points. Okay, no. Here we go. Starting towards the end of the season. Look at that. He put up 42 points against Green Bay. So 14, 15, 17, and 18 he played. 14, 15, 17, and 18. Let's remember that. 14, 15, 17, and 18. 14, 15, 17. Okay, no. Week 11, no. Week 7, no. All right, so there was no week that I actually played Huntley over Herbert. I just picked him up as assurance. Probably picked him up as trade bait. That sounds like something I would have done. So yeah, I think that's it. I think we're gonna drop Roberts, Harris, and Guyton. I don't want to drop Guyton, but just judging by my wide receivers, Devontae Smith and Cortland Sutton, they're probably gonna have to be in every week for me. So I got these 2 flexes, right? Sony Michel, we didn't even talk about him. I'm not gonna drop him just in case he becomes the guy in Miami, even though they've got like 9 running backs. Let's see who they got actually out there. Chase Edmonds, Raheem Mostert, Sony Michel. Sony Michel's at the bottom of the depth chart at the moment, but I can't get rid of him because Raheem Mostert gets hurt every time. And then Chase Edmonds, he's not going to be their main guy. Hey, Asian Diva, what's going on? Thanks for stopping by. Thank you. I was working on the About Me section. I'm so happy I could have an About Me section now. It's great. I love it. And by the way, Steelers are going down. Yeah. But yeah, we're over here just trying to figure out my dynasty fantasy team. Cause I got to drop people for the rookie draft. Oh, you don't know about all that? I don't know. It's not looking promising for those Pittsburgh Steelers this year. They got a lot of building to do. Yeah, fantasy. The Ben Roethlisberger dynasty has fallen. Should you start up your draft? Hell yeah, you should start up your draft. It's always a good time to draft. Shoot. Actually, I'm about to drop these guys right now, and we're just going to go into a best ball draft because why not? Why not? Let's have some fun. But yeah, so all right, you got it, Justin. It's happening. I'm dropping these guys now. All right. How do I drop them? Oh, there we go. Drop. Oh, it feels so hard to like drop a guy, even though they didn't help me win last year. I don't want to drop them. I don't want to do it. Did you say baseball or basketball? Don't forget Max Crosby. Yeah, I'm dropping Max Crosby. All right. Yeah, you read my mind. Um, I didn't say baseball or basketball, but I did do baseball fantasy for, I guess, the first time ever this year. I did a little league last year, but this year I did a head-to-head league. It's actually Justin's league, and right now I'm in third place overall. This week is the last week of the season, and next week starts playoffs, so I'm in the playoffs. Justin is fighting for a spot in his own league. I think are you actually facing your dad this week to see which one of you makes it? I'm pretty sure you're ahead in the points. Like, if he shuts you out, you lose. But that only if he shuts you out. You got your dad in a vice grip? Nice. But yeah, no, Max Crosby ain't going nowhere. Unless you want to make a trade. Deshaun Watson for Max Crosby? What's up? You want to do that trade? We could do it. Alright, here we go. He's dropping. Boom. Thanks for all the tackles, Eric Harris. But you are out of here. Yep, he's off the team. And we can put Jewel on the bench. So now, plus a first. Ooh, that's interesting. Ooh, no. How do I do I want to know how I do these emotes in the chat. I wish I had. It's probably because I'm in Restream, so I can't type it out. You guys could throw up the emotes in the chat, though. Definitely do that. Okay, so then Landon Roberts dropped. See you later, cowboy. Or dolphin, really. But I was kind of giving a reference to Cowboy Bebop. If anyone knows about Cowboy Bebop. Great anime. Decent live action show. But of course Netflix killed it because Netflix are a bunch of jerks. Oh, what? Oh, I can't put him in the bench spot yet because I had too many people. That's why. So your roster has too many, but I have to drop one person. Oh, it hurts. It hurts, but I'm going to have to drop my Jalen Guyton. Because just looking at it, my receivers, Devontae Smith, Cortland Sutton, AJ Green will be in the mix. Netflix is also, yeah, it is. I mean, if it's not making money right out the gate, they don't want any part of it. Even when they film stuff, they just axe it anyway. Oh, I know it hurts to drop one of my own so bad. Honestly, I'm sitting here deciding on dropping one of my own or dropping one of your own. I don't know. But just based on the fact that I do have Terrace Marshall, I do have Kadarius Toney, I do have Jalen Guyton's the odd man out at this point. I would definitely be playing any of these three over him. So, I'm sorry, Jalen Guyton. I'm sorry, man. I'll still watch you in minicamp footage, though. Oh, I just did it. I dropped him. Shh. Did you get the notifications on your phone, Justin? Did it really happen? Did I just do that? That's exactly why I'm keeping him. If an injury happens to Jonathan Taylor, knock on wood it doesn't, unless I don't ever get a first pick, then it could happen, and I don't mind. But if that injury happens, Nyheim Hines is not going to be the main workhorse. They're going to split it out with Tyson Williams. So, all right. How am I one player over the roster limit? What? I just got rid of 3 players. I had 3 players in my IR spot. How am I one over? Oh, man. Oh, and Lindsay, yeah. So Atwell and Cephas are still here. So now I got to get rid of... I got to get rid of at least 1, maybe 2 more people. All right, it doesn't look like we're going to get to a best ball draft tonight. Damn. I know who's got to go. Oh, I gotta do it. Why? Why? How upsetting. Let me double check the roster again, make sure there's no one else I want to get rid of. I feel like he came out strong when they actually played him. Like, yeah, that week 1, 50% could perfect fit frown. Yeah, could. But like week 1, 50% of the snap share. Averaged 7.2 yards per carry, scored a touchdown, had 3 catches on 4 targets, averaged 7 yards per target, almost 10 yards per catch. Then the next week, averaged almost 6 yards per carry, no touchdown there, but he fumbled the ball, so that's what happened there. And then they just didn't want to use him. Yeah, alright. Tyson's gotta go. Have fun picking him up in the rookie draft, Justin. I know you're gonna do it. I freaking know you are. You have 2 eligible in the IR spots. So I'm gonna put Atwell there. And now it says I'm still 1 player over the roster limit. What is this? What do I do here? Oh my goodness gracious. What's up with Hargrave? Why is he only 6% owned? And he destroyed things last year. I'm not getting rid of Hargrave. Is this what you want me to do? Is this what you want me to do? Right here? You want a little clickety click? Little clickety click? Yeah, you and I both know that ain't happening. Hell no. Drop the number 5 defensive end in fantasy. Get the hell out of here. Y'all crazy. Honestly, I'm feeling like Cephas might be the guy that gets dropped here. Just for the fact that I don't have... I'm thinking about cutting Jamar Jefferson, right? But I don't really have the running back depth for that. I got Zeke. I got Sony Michel. Or I got Zeke, Javonte, and Pollard, right? Then comes Sony Michel. He's deep. I know he's deep in the depth chart, but I don't have any more running backs on the roster just in case. I know he's deep on the depth chart, but yeah, I guess it's less likely he gets work than Cephas gets work. I mean, for a stretch before Cephas got hurt, he was getting 89% snap share, 71, 87, 5 targets, 7 targets. I mean, they were lighting him up until he got injured, and then it became the St. Brown show. So yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe Jermar Jefferson is the guy that's gotta go. It sucks because he's a good young talent, you know. Yeah, that's what I gotta do, right? I'm kind of stuck right there. That's literally what I have to do, right? Oh, these cut decisions are tough. I'm only here being a fantasy manager. Imagine being like really in the house and you actually gotta cut these guys that you've just been like working with through camp for the past 2 months, building these relationships with the players, and then just be like, sorry, Jim, I gotta cut you. No more paycheck for you. This guy runs the ball better than you. It's just like, damn, for real? That's gotta suck. But yeah, it is what it is. It's gotta be Jefferson. Alright. He's off the team. It happened. Let me refresh the page and get my roster. What do you mean? Oh, okay, that's the IR thing. If, swear to God, how am I still over the roster limit? Explain it to me. Can you pull up your app and tell me how many people you have on your team right now? Wow, how could you? Don't try to make me feel bad. So I dropped 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you know what? I did think about this at the beginning that I would have to drop 6 people altogether, because I had 3 in my IR spot. So therefore my team is full, right? Yeah, no, that makes no sense. My team should be full, so I can't take anyone out of the IR spot. So I got to get rid of 3 people, and then I can move them. Light bulb. I figured it out. At some point, I moved so I had a full roster, because you got to make sure you utilize your roster space to its fullest advantage. So I had filled up my roster. I took 3 guys and put them in the taxi squad initially. So I had 3 empty spots. I filled those empty spots with players. Then I got 3 guys who went on IR, so I put them in IR spots. So then I added 3 more. So technically I was 6-man over the roster size. So I emptied out the taxi squad, but when I emptied it out, it was at a time where I don't have to cut anyone. So it's basically like, okay, you're 3 men over. You got to get rid of 3. Boom. Now I'm even. But now I have to get rid of 3 more because I have to take the guys out of the IR spots. So I've got 1 more guy that's got to go. And there's really only one other guy we were talking about. And his name's going to end up being Tutu Atwell. Cephas to the trash, you think? I mean, Tutu's below the depth chart with Van Jefferson. I mean, Atwell's like a late round stash. That's what this news is telling me. But I guess he's a better prospect in potential playing time also than Cephas is. Because Cephas, him or Tutu's, yeah, that's my only real options. Damn. Where'd Cephas go? Oh. And he remains sidelined from being injured. What's up with Josh Reynolds? Let's read up on Josh Reynolds real quick. Held out of action. Rest of the top players, including Fellers, Amon-Ra, DJ Shark, and Jamison Williams. Yeah, and they're going to have Jamison Williams come back. All right, yeah. Cephas is the one that's got to go. You're right. Damn. And just like that, folks, we killed my dynasty team. Tier. Alright, so we got no one left in the IR spots. No one left in the taxi spots. I'm ready to draft. Damn it. You're still one over. Get the hell out of here. Yeah. I'm still one over. Is his name Max Crosby? Get that shit out of here. Well, now that that's taken care of, I can move some things around to get Sony Michel the hell out of here. So at the moment, let's set what my starting roster looks like. Actually, we got to edit this name. I am not going to hit that button there. Where is the where's the spot where I could edit my nicknames? Players? No. Team? Any help on this? A poor man's Andrew Luck should be his name. Yeah, right. Andrew Luck wishes to be in the same conversation as Justin Herbert. And you know that's the truth. Settings. Here we go. Edit team. No. Okay, set team name and player nicknames. I don't have an avatar to set. Okay. Customize my team. What the heck? And you know what? I'll probably just have to do this off of my phone. Maybe it's here I can do it. Here we go. Oh! Whoa! What happened? What is going on? Howie. Zeke. Juggernaut. Mandrews. You got a nickname for Cortland Sutton? What about Tony Pollard? AJ Green? I don't know if I got a nickname for any of these guys. Howie Mandel. Nah. I'd still take Prime Andrew. His neck beard was out of this world. Nah. That's only you're being a homer. If you're being if you're ditching the fandom for the stats and the play, Justin Herbert's out of this world, dude. That kid has got a frickin' howitzer for an arm, and that's why his nickname is Howie. I don't know who else to give a nickname to. Could give Derwin a nickname. DJ. Give Patrick McQueen a Lightning McQueen. I got a nickname. Oh yeah, you still haven't nicknamed your guys? Hell yeah, do it. You got the chance, why not? Alright, that's all the nicknames I'm going to give out for right now. All the ones that matter. But let's fix this starting lineup for week 1. So Max Crosby in there, defensive line with Harold Landry. Linebackers. Well, Patrick McQueen's going to come out, I believe, for Zach Cunningham. So look at that. Cunningham and Landry. I got the defensive line here. I got the middle linebacker and the edge. Well, Harold Landry's kind of like middle defensive line. Brown's going to go in at cornerback for Cameron Curl, I think. McQueen's going to come out for Cameron Curl. And then Walker is going to come out for Jaron Curse. Wow, I got a lot of tough decisions when it comes to the defensive side of the ball. It's going to be an interesting week 1. Very interesting week 1 for sure. But yeah, thank you guys for helping me destroy my dynasty. Yeah, I appreciate it. I hope everyone tuning in had a good time. It got a little later than I expected, so I'm not going to end up doing a best ball draft tonight. But I'm going to say possibly Friday evening we'll handle a few best balls, see how many we can bang out at once. They'll probably take about 45 minutes each, so maybe we can get 3 of them in. Maybe we could get 4. Who knows how much time I'll have? I don't, so we'll have to see. But yeah, I like my dynasty team. It's pretty strong. If we want, since he's here, we could go look at Justin's dynasty team. I don't really think anyone really cares about that, but we'll do it just to have a good laugh. So, okay, you could at least see it here. He's got Joey Burrow. He's got Mandatory Montgomery. There you go. There's that nickname. Mandatory from Mandatory Montgomery. What's Joe Burrow's nickname? Honestly, I would put it as like Joe Burrow, like the way they spell it down in the swamp at LSU. JT. Scary Terry. Tyler Boyd. Oh, you got Gerald Everett. You got a piece of the Chargers offense there. Jacoby Myers. He's going to have a good season with Mac Jones in year 2. That's for sure. Oh, you got Mikey Dubs. What? There he is. Christian Wilkins, right? Yeah, Christian Wilkins. Nice. Not a bad pick there. Robert Quinn. Okay. Not bad. Damn, he's 30. Yo, Robert Quinn, he's been in the league since he was 21. My God. He's a grandpa in NFL terms. Been in the league for over a decade. My God. Lokun. Not bad. He was the number 2 linebacker. Anthony Barr. Okay. Passed a physical last week. Been activated from the PUP list. He's got a 1-year deal with the Cowboys. Do you have anyone on your squad you got to drop? Oh, you got people to drop, my friend. And you got to do it before the draft happens. You got to get through... You got to drop 6 people. And damn, you got Khalil Mack. Yo. Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa are going to do so much damage. So, and you have J.C. Jackson? Jesus. I know it wasn't like you planned it because everyone got traded and picked up as free agents, but like you got a Chargers heavy team, my friend. I like it. I'll give you a thumbs up for that. Montez Sweat, I think they just threw on the injured reserve list. Oh no, not Montez Sweat. I'm sorry. Chase Young got put on the injured reserve, I think. Yo, Reckless, my boy. What's up there, fella? Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. How is everything on your end? CJ Gardner-Johnson in there. Kenny Moore, okay. You got a homer pick in there, but he was the number 1 cornerback last year, so good for you. Okereke, okay. There's another homer pick for you. I think I actually have Okereke in our other Dynasty League. TJ Edwards. See, a lot of these names when you get into IDP, like I don't know a lot of these guys still. I've been doing IDP for like 3 years now, and I still don't know their names. That's what scares me breaking into fantasy baseball, because there's like 5 times as many people in baseball as there is in football that are like playable people. I'm never gonna frickin' know the entire baseball league. It's impossible. Go back to like 2000 and I could probably tell you every player all across the board, but that's over 20 years ago, and I stopped watching baseball around like probably around 2004ish. So yeah, my knowledge is gone. D Watson, I wonder, you should check to see if, I mean, he's suspended, so probably not. You shouldn't get rewarded for a suspension, but if you could put him into a IR spot. Mac and Cheese Jones, I got him in Dynasty too. Tony Jones. See, this is a question for me. I have Tony Jones in our other Dynasty as Alvin Kamara's backup. I think Tony Jones is a guy you're going to have to drop, to be honest with you. Because if you look at this depth chart, you can't see it, but Mark Ingram's in there. So Mark Ingram's number 2, 100%. And then Dwayne Washington's in there too. Yeah, Tony Jones has got to go for you for sure. The Mac Attack, Marlon Mack. Excuse me. They're gonna have a timeshare in Houston. He's definitely not on the drop list. James Conner, you know, for how much he produced last year, he was number 5 overall running back, number 31 overall player in PPR. I hate on him so much. I don't know. The injuries get to me, but should be in for a good workload. Kendrick Bourne. I liked Kendrick Bourne when he was out there with San Francisco, but not bad. I mean, top 30 wide receiver in standard. Mecole Hardman, Zach Pascal. Zach Pascal's going to be on your drop list. I know he is, because he ain't a Colt anymore. Am I right or am I right? Yeah, Zach Pascal's not doing much in Philly. Yep. I saw that coming. Dwayne Eskridge, or D. Eskridge, I'm sorry, Dwayne. Yeah. I mean, D. Eskridge was a rookie last year. He started to come out towards the end of the season a little bit, but yeah, he's down. I mean, Freddie Swain's out there, Marquise Goodwin. So yeah, D. Eskridge is down on that depth chart. Oh, John Bates. It's a tight end though. You're gonna hang on to him? I mean, he's down on the depth chart. Well, he's just under Logan Thomas. And Logan Thomas, if he gets injured, which I have Logan Thomas in our dynasty because someone dropped him towards the end of the year, so I just picked him up. I have Kyle Pitts as my tight end. I don't need another tight end. But that week that Kyle Pitts is on bye, at least I'll have a guy who has a chance at going 3 for 30 and a touchdown. Sweat's a good player. Davenport's good. Nwosu, former Charger. Uchenna Nwosu. I would hold on to Nwosu. Just in case. But that's just the Charger in me talking, maybe. Oh, what am I doing here? Jordan Hicks is probably keepable. It's getting up there in age, but it's keepable. Tyus Bowser. He's a linebacker? Name doesn't sound familiar. What are your thoughts on Tyus Bowser? Bowser to the trash. See, here we go. We're getting through your team too with this. We're clearing out your roster. Ooh, Quan Alexander. What are you gonna do with him? Gonna hold him and wish for the best? What you got going on with Quan Alexander? And then you got J.C. Jackson. He's not injured or anything. You're gonna probably drop Quan? Really? Interesting. Yeah, you're definitely not getting rid of A.J. Terrell. Yeah, he's definitely staying on your squad. Khalil Mack and T.J. Hawkinson are definitely there. Who's your main tight end? Oh, Gerald Everett. You got some tight end problems. Obviously, you're gonna be using T.J. Hawkinson as your main guy, but Everett's your backup, so you may be dropping John Bates. John Bates is probably out of there, I would imagine. Who else? Jonathan Abram. Definitely not dropping him. But question with him is he gonna stay out there for you? He probably should. Demetric Felton integrates at running back. Huh. Out of necessity, due to wideout injuries, the Browns had Felton focused on running routes rather than running the ball. With the return of players from injury, the Browns can allocate more of Felton's time to the backfield. Cleveland's ground attack took a new level of significance Thursday following the increase in Deshaun Watson's suspension. But is Demetric Felton really, like... I mean, Kareem Hunt wants out, so Dearness Johnson's going to be next up in line. Do you really hold on to Demetric Felton? Oda Yingbo? Yeah, man. You got to go to work for your 12-hour shift? Aren't you in Australia, dude? But yeah, thanks for stopping by and hanging out. Appreciate it. Then we got here Chris Evans. Probably droppable also. Actually, I wouldn't drop Chris Evans. Deo has potential, but only so many spots. Yeah. But Chris Evans definitely not a dropper. He's staying. So, yeah, I mean, we figured out some people that you're dropping here. But you're going to have some serious decisions to make, just like I did. probably keep Evans. Forgot about him. Yeah, you don't want to drop him. He's pretty much going to be Joe Mixon's replacement at some point. He's going to be the backup for sure. But I think we've gotten through a solid amount for the night. I think we're at that limit of calling the stream quits. Usually only make it for that hour 40, 2 hours, unless I have an all-day event where I could hang out with everybody. But yeah, we made it through. We got my squad ready to draft on Friday. Let's go. That's right. This draft is on Friday, so we will be streaming Friday, this rookie draft, and we're probably going to talk about it and follow it up with some best ball drafts and have a grand old time. But thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for participating. It's been a pleasure. Glad you guys made it. Everyone else tuning in, don't forget to follow the channel. If you'd be so kind as to subscribe to the channel, that would be amazing. You're fucking awesome if you do. And I'm working on getting some more emotes put up and just fun little tidbits for all the people who decide to subscribe to the channel. It will be ad-free for subscribers. I thought about it from the stream yesterday. There is going to have to be... We're going to keep it at the minimum ads possible, but anyone who's a subscriber for the channel will be living that ad-free life. It's good. It's great. It's grand. But yeah, at this point, I'm going to be logging off here. Thank you all for tuning in. Millions of things you could have been doing tonight or tomorrow if you're rewatching the video at a later date. But you came by to check out the stream, check out what I'm talking about, how we're doing. I hope you're doing fucking fantastic. Keep up the good work with life. Keep on keeping on. And we'll catch you next time. Tomorrow, probably going to take a day off tomorrow. But who knows? Maybe not. Maybe we end up coming in for a quick best ball drafts tomorrow. I don't know if we'll make it to that, but we will see. Stay tuned, people. Don't forget to follow the socials. Stop by early and often. We'll see you next time.